Welcome to the Canadian Beef Cattle Podcast, presented by the Beef Cattle Research Council. The most popular content from beefresearch.ca, available on the go. Before we get into this week's episode, a quick message from the BCRC. Ideally, after a calf is born, things go well, and the cow and newborn calf thrive. However, it is important for producers to know how to assess calves for subtle signs of distress or trauma that can occur due to a difficult calving. Good vigor is a vital characteristic. A vigorous newborn calf has the best chance to remain healthy and productive within the herd. The Calf Vigor Scoring System is a standardized exam that was developed to help producers evaluate newborn calves and determine whether early intervention measures are necessary. Learn the steps of the Vigor Scoring System by watching the video linked in the show notes. This episode is titled, Artificial Insemination Brings Big Benefits to Small Beef Herds.
Hi, I'm Kristen Thompson with the Beef Cattle Research Council. Genetic progress can be slow in beef cattle, but artificial insemination, or AI, is a tool to help producers reach their herd genetic goals faster. That is the number one reason that Brendan Crane immediately took advantage of this technology when he established Crane Cattle Company in Lorne Valley, Prince Edward Island in 1990. The farm focuses on producing and finishing top-quality Hereford calves with their 30-head cow herd. As a small producer starting out, I couldn't afford to buy those top-quality bulls that really fit with what I was looking to improve in my herd, Brendan says. Adding that, to improve the genetic base of your herd and be competitive not just within a specific breed, but also in the market, you need a different genetic base coming into your herd all the time. Although AI has been available for over 6 decades, it has not been widely adopted by Canadian beef producers. Results from the 2022-23 Canadian Cow-Calf Survey showed that 34% of producers with 50 cows or less used AI on their operations, with a trend for reduced usage with increasing herd size. Similarly, these small producers were more likely to AI a higher percentage of their heifers and cows compared to larger operations. There are many benefits to using AI, including greater calf crop uniformity, reduced disease transmission, a shorter calving season when synchronization is used, reduced heifer injury, lower bull maintenance costs, increased handler safety, and enabling top sires to produce more offspring per year than would be possible naturally. AI also increases access to genetics without an operation needing to increase bull power. Genetic evaluations of beef bulls has improved considerably in recent years, making bull selection more objective and reliable. Moreover, sex semen, expected progeny differences or EPDs, and the ability to select for specific traits identified through DNA markers now being available commercially increases the opportunities possible when using AI. Will Stoneman, who owns and operates First Line Angus in Hagersville, Ontario, takes advantage of enhanced sire genetic predictability by bringing in semen from across Canada and the United States to create an animal balance for both maternal and carcass traits. The 90-head operation consists of a purebred Angus herd, a purebred Simmental herd, and a 40-head commercial herd. They also manage a small backgrounding program for their commercial calves. We sell a lot of bulls to commercial breeders who are finishing cattle as well, so they're very interested in the carcass side of it. Will explains. In addition, AI allows us to not have the same number of bulls on farm, which is a huge win. With 90 cows, we would need to keep 4 to 5 mature bulls, which requires additional facilities, management, and labor. Like First Line Angus, AI has allowed Crane Cattle Company to increase genetic improvements within their herd by hand selecting which cow families are bred to which bulls. This results in a consistent cow herd and calf crop. We focused on selecting sires to improve cow conformation and temperament for a long time, in order to develop a good, honest cow herd that works for our farm, Brendan explains. Now, one of our goals is to breed more efficient cattle. The cost of feed is always going up, so if you can reduce the amount of inputs, such as feed, the more profits you're going to have. Brendan reminds producers that it may take 2 or more bulls and 2 to 3 generations to breed a specific trait in or out of your herd, so make sure you are choosing the right bulls. And using AI gives you more flexibility to quickly change bulls in order to meet your goals. When implementing an AI program, timing of insemination is key to success. The failure to detect estrus or heat can be a costly problem with AI programs. Cows should be observed twice a day for 20 to 30 minutes at a time. Although the estrus cycle averages 21 days, it actually ranges from 18 to 24. Ovulation occurs approximately 24 hours after the beginning of standing heat. It has been shown that pregnancy rates can be improved when insemination occurs closer to the time of ovulation. At Crane Cattle Company, all cows are bred with AI on the first breeding based on natural heats. Any cows that don't conceive are turned out with a clean-up bull. Brendan has been an AI technician for more than 20 years and says the key to using natural heat is timing. Cows need to be bred 12 to 16 hours after the start of standing heat. Many producers get anxious and breed too soon, he explains. The primary sign of heat is when a cow stands to allow a herd mate to mount. Secondary signs include attempting to mount other animals, chin resting, increased activity, clear mucus discharge from the vulva, and swelling and redness of the vulva. Breeding based on natural heats can be challenging. Amy Higgins with Model Farm Angus in Quispamsis, New Brunswick, knows firsthand the impact of these challenges. She owns and operates the farm alongside her father, Bob Higgins, and focuses on producing purebred Black Angus bulls and replacement heifers for local purebred and commercial breeders. Where we run into issues with natural heats is when we don't know how long she has been in heat. Did she start at midnight or 4 a.m.? In these cases, timing can be off, which negatively impacts conception rates, she explains. Amy also emphasizes the need to house animals in groups to allow for the expression of clear signs of heat. We had a group of heifers that were being custom fed off-site. They were housed in a tie-stall barn, which limited typical estrus behaviors such as riding or increased movement, she says, and this resulted in poor conception rates. They are looking into purchasing ear tags to assist with heat detection. This technology works to monitor changes in animal behaviors, which could indicate distress or heat. Data is collected and transmitted directly to a computer or mobile device. There are several other heat detection technologies available, including pedometers, tail head markers, and electronic devices that record mounting behavior. Amy suggests that producers looking to breed with AI based on natural heats first determine the availability of an experienced AI technician in their area. If access to a technician is limited, using a synchronization program may make more sense to ensure timely breedings, she says. Estrus synchronization protocols have virtually eliminated the need for heat detection in AI programs and enable the insemination of cattle when the operator desires, hence the name fixed-time AI. The advantages of fixed-time AI include reduced labor due to no time spent heat detecting, and insemination occurs at a pre-planned time, which can result in increased pregnancy rates. Synchronization protocols are generally divided in those that are estradiol-based and those that are GnRH-based. MR Ranch Hers, located west of Delisle, Saskatchewan, is owned and operated by Rochelle and Michael Zorb, along with their 3 daughters, Tessa, Erica, and Heidi. Their herd of 25 cows includes commercial Angus and Simmental cross cows, along with a purebred Charolais herd. The farm implemented an estrus synchronization program when they began using AI during the 2023 breeding season. That year, they bred 10 of their top cows and experienced great success with an 80% conception rate. The following year, they bred 20 cows, both commercial and purebred, in 2 groups of 10 bred 7 days apart. The first round of 10, we had a 100% conception rate with 2 sets of twins, so we were actually at 120. Rochelle explains, we weren't so lucky with the second set, as a snowstorm hit that day, adding extra stress for the cows, although we did still end up with a 60% conception rate. Rochelle stresses that executing an effective fixed-time AI program takes commitment, and it is important to adhere to the synchronization protocol, hormone handling, and administration. It costs money. It is an investment in your herd. So when you look at it that way, it makes sense to do your due diligence to ensure each step in the process is being done in the right order and being done properly, she says. Management of cows prior to insemination is crucial for increasing conception rates. Fertility in an AI program is a product of female fertility, semen fertility, inseminator skill, and timing of AI. It is vitally important to realize that a deficiency in any one of these components or suboptimal performance in 2 or more will substantially decrease pregnancy rates. We like to have our cows on 4 to 6 pounds of barley grain morning and evening as soon as calves start hitting the ground, says Erica with MR Ranch Hers. We also provide free access to minerals and salt a minimum of 30 days before insemination. The key is to ensure their nutrition is optimal and they are in good body condition. Erica adds that they pay extra attention to heifers. You want to make sure that they have enough nutrition to sustain their own growth, plus the growing calf. On their farm, the cows selected for AI are housed in a dry lot separate from the remainder of the herd, which allows for closer management of the feeding program and reduces any extra energy expenditures for the cows. Animals are also managed with a strict herd health program and dewormed a minimum of 14 days prior to breeding. Rochelle emphasizes that it is also crucial to minimize stress post-breeding. Our cows stay at the home site for a minimum of 45 days after breeding, preferably 60, before they are hauled to pasture. This extra time reduces the potential for them to slip that calf. Artificial insemination also offers flexibility to meet specific target markets. Yearling bulls produced at Model Farm Angus are marketed through the Maritime Beef Testing Society annual breeding stock sale, which takes place the first Saturday of May. Requirements for this sale are for bulls to be born from December 1st to February 28th, and each bull undergoes a series of reproductive performance tests. To meet these requirements, they have recently started using sex semen to increase the number of bull cows born in December. The cost of sex semen can range from $20 to $60, in addition to the typical cost of $10 to $30 per semen straw. We aim for December-born bulls as they consistently pass the breeding evaluation tests prior to the sale, Amy explains. We've had bulls born in November, but we don't really have a market for them because the test station won't take them, and we don't have the means of feeding them out. Similarly, bulls born in February are less developed and have more potential to fail the tests. Breeding programs and goals will look different for every beef producer. However, improvements in available technologies such as sex semen or estrus synchronization increase the options available when implementing AI. Here are some top tips for successful artificial insemination programs. Tip number 1, minimize stress pre and post insemination. 2, manage first calf heifers appropriately. 3, record keeping is key. 4, hire an experienced AI technician. 5, know your operations breeding goals. 6, ensure a well-planned and implemented program. 7, have the proper facilities in place to use AI. And finally, 8, talk with your veterinarian and AI technician to develop a program that fits your farm.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode. You can find all relevant links and information at beefresearch.ca or in the show notes. The Beef Cattle Research Council is funded by the Canadian Beef Cattle Checkoff and strives for excellence in the production of Canadian beef, cattle, and forage through research, innovation, and extension. Tune in every Tuesday as the Canadian Beef Cattle Podcast delivers straightforward insights, expert information, and a wealth of practical knowledge for Canadian beef producers. Subscribe now.